to get maybe a licensure.
Yes.
Like she went, and then she'll pick some questions. So,
Okay, so I've been doing hair full time for. That's what's really simple. That's rude. I've been doing hair full time for probably about 13 years. And I went to Magnolia School of Cosmetology. I don't even know if, no, y'all never heard of it? No? Okay, because it's closed now. I graduated from Callaway in 2004. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, I fumbled around at Jackson State and wasted a bunch of time, got some debt. But I was always just attracted to hair, makeup, dressing well, and yeah. But it took me about 15 months because I did like the night class. It was like from 5 to 9. And I wish I can say when I finished, I made a lot of money, but I did not because nobody knew that I did hair. I had to figure out social media. And of course it's easier now, but back then it was like, I want to say it was 2010. And there wasn't a lot of Instagram, and we just had Facebook, but I just was consistent. Oh, because baby, these shoes done wore me out. Okay. Yeah, I just was consistent with posting and really just making a name for myself because to me, that's all that I wanted to do. My mom was a hairstylist, my grandma was a hairstylist, and my salon had been in my family for maybe about 30 years. So people would say I kind of had like a little leverage, but when you work for yourself, you don't have anyone like, hey, you need to get up and don't be late and treat your clients well. Like that's the stuff they don't teach you in school. Like you have to have discipline over yourself, over your finances, especially because you don't have no check coming in every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out how to save money. The summers are always slow because people are wearing braids. So I kind of had to figure it out. So for a lot of years, y'all, I messed up so much money. Like just spending it, hanging out, and just not really being financially responsible. So if anything, I had to sit down and really just kind of come up with a plan. And again, I didn't have anybody to say, hey, here are the rules, here are the things that you need to do to be successful. It was like trial and error. And I know now it seems a little bit easier, but my only thing would be to make sure that you treat people well, okay? Because nobody will ever forget how you treated them. I don't care how good their hair are. If you was late, had a nasty attitude, they're going to talk about you. They're going to talk about you, and they'll spread that faster than they tell you somebody that you did their hair good with. So, yeah, I've 13 years. I have a 22-year-old. He's in the Air Force, and my daughter is 9. She goes to St. Andrews. She's in 4th grade, and I've been being able to take care of my family, just doing what I love, and most importantly, just treating people well. Of course, it's about skill, it's about knowledge, but my main thing is just to do right by people. Yeah. Y'all got any questions?
did you talk about your certification?
Oh, yes. I went to school for 15 months, and you get your license. They teach you the basics. But you really don't learn how to do hair until you get in the salon. And I was fortunate enough to be around really seasoned stylists, like I told y'all. My mom did hair, my grandma did hair. There was probably about 8 stylists. So you kind of learn by watching and doing. I messed up a lot of clients' hair early on because, of course, I'm still learning, but most of them are still kind of rocking with me, you know. So, yeah, because I treat them well, and I took some private classes under Dr. Shalonda Quinn. There is a Hair by Sonya. I took a class with her, and a Tokyo Styles. I went to Atlanta to take a lace class, but you really have to invest in yourself because, again, nobody is going to be funding your business. It's all you. It is all you. And it can be difficult, again, if you don't learn how to manage your finances. I had to set up my own retirement account and savings and really figure that all out for my financial future.
Which program did you go to, Miss Mandy?
I went to Magnolia College for cosmetology. It's closed now, unfortunately, and honestly, I don't even know if there's any more hair schools in
Well, I
Jackson.
know Utica Hines campus.
And I know they have CDC program.
Mhm.
Yeah, they have the CDC program, and I'm actually partnered with JPS to do so the kids can get community service hours. So that's where my mentorship program comes into part. Like during the summer or during school, if they need hours, I kind of have girls come in and kind of shampoo or sweep up, just wherever I need like a helping hand. Especially only if they're serious about their career. Yeah, just moving forward in that.
You have any questions? Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Y'all ain't got no questions? What you Girl, just not having no money, honestly. Not having money to pay for things and really having to say, okay, because you can't count your money because you have not received it yet. But I would write out like, okay, I have maybe 15 clients this week and I'll write out what they have or what I have due and just kind of work from there. But I have weeks where I don't spend any money at all. Specifically 2 months, two weeks in the month where I don't spend any money. Maybe on gas, but that's it. And I really don't like working with a lot of cash. I accept credit cards and tap at the salon. So I'm not really having that cash because if you have cash, you will spend it. It runs like water through your hands. Yeah. Y'all are so cute. I love your hair. Yeah. And this is where it starts. Like, of course, I was a teen mom clearly because my son is 22, but I just kind of didn't let that stop me from having my slice of the pie. Like, I knew I had to work hard. I had my parents, they helped me, but they made sure I was financially responsible for my son. Like, I remember how much daycare was. He went to New Jerusalem. I was paying $110 a week in high school. Like, that was a lot of money back then. And I'm paying maybe double that now for my daughter's tuition, but it was hard. I wish I could say that it was easy and have like this fairy tale for y'all, but you really have to discipline yourself if you want to make it in this business. You really do.
I have a
'Cause-
question.
Yeah.
How do you deal with like if someone's not happy, like when they leave, right? Like sometimes
That is a great question because
Yeah.
I did deal with that early on. Like, let's just say somebody gets up and they don't like their hair. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it, plain and simple. If they don't have time to fix it, they can come back and I'll fix it. But I did have a lady who managed Kroger. She was like a nightmare. And she was like, well, I want a gift certificate. And when people come to Kroger, I give them a gift card if they do returns. And I didn't have any gift cards. I didn't have that. I said, well, I will fix it for you. But she gave me the hardest time because I didn't have any. She never came to me again, but I did offer to fix it. But you will have times like that. And again, people talking bad about you definitely can do more harm for your business. Like, I don't care how many social media things you post and flyers you post out, but people talking about you, it's bad. It can get really bad. Am I sweating? Hold on 1 second. Because I'm hot, y'all. My adrenaline is going. I'm so sorry, y'all.
You're good.
These shoes have really worked me today. And then me rushing because I thought I was supposed to be here at 10:30, y'all. I'm never late. That's another thing, like being on time for your clients. People remember that you have to respect people's time. Like, they don't play about that. I don't like scheduling people back to back to back. I will never have 3 people at 9 a.m. ever because people have places to go. And of course, I did it early on, and you end up having a crowd full of salon. I don't know if y'all go to the salon and you be there for hours and hours. Some people be there for like 7 hours. That's a whole work shift. Like 2 hours, I like them gone, cause I have stuff to do also. So yeah.
What kind of hair do you do?
Hmm?
What kind of hair do you
Ooh, I do everything except for like braids. I make custom wigs, I sell bundles, I do short hair, natural hair, everything, install wigs.
do? You have an Instagram page?
I do. That's Amanda Ray on Instagram. Y'all actually can scan this QR code right here. But that's Amanda Ray on Instagram. And I actually just got my real estate license last week. So yeah, I just, again, being in this business, I just don't do hair. I style for photo shoots. I do makeup. I do wedding parties. Listen, when you work for yourself, you have to hustle and move your feet. Because if you don't work, you're not going to get paid. And again, leading with treating people good, doing good business, and being kind. Being kind, being kind. I'm going to keep stressing that because I think the industry has kind of got so everybody, oh, you got to pay a deposit, and oh, if you don't click the link, and it's so just, yeah, everybody's not tech savvy, and people can still call me and text me and book appointments, and you can go online, but I do everything. Call me, text me. I'm not taking a day to respond to people because nobody's that busy, okay? Nobody's that busy. Yeah.
It's funny, I know several students told me that they started out watching TikToks or watching YouTube.
Well, I grew up in the hair salon. I actually used to hate being there after school when I didn't have it, because my mom did hair. So I was in the salon, and I used to always be like, I'm not doing hair. I'm not doing no hair. I'm not going to be like my mama. But I loved hair. I loved makeup. I loved doing my lashes. And I originally started doing lash extensions in my mom's salon. And I'll never forget, State Board came in, and they wrote me a note. They said, Amanda, only a licensed esthetician or cosmetologist can do lashes. And I was like, because, I'm working around older stylists, and I was kind of like embarrassed. I was like, oh, I got to get my paperwork. Like, I got to get myself together because I was shamed. Even though my mom allowed it, she didn't fine us. But that's when I was like, I got to go to school because I really enjoy doing lashes. And at the time, you could only get your lashes done at like the nail shop. And I was like, I'm just going to go for everything. Yeah, and stop running from what I really secretly love, because I was doing my own sew-ins and stuff like that, but wasn't thinking like, I need to do hair, I can do this. But I'm glad that I did do it. 13 years, I still love what I do. I haven't experienced that burnout, but with me going into real estate, I just kind of want more. I just need to secure my financial future even more because my daughter is getting older, and I really value just having my free time. Like, again, I make my own schedule, and I like being, like, next week, Thanksgiving, I'm not working none next week. I'm working all week this week, and next week I took off because I want to be with my kids. My son is coming in from Kansas, and I really just value being able to do what I want. Yeah.
So how do you at what point did you raise your prices, when you realized that your work was?
Okay, that is a very good question. I know a lot of people feel like when they get out of school, oh, I'm going to charge a cheap amount. When I first started doing sew-ins, I think I charged $125. I couldn't even braid hair for a sew-in, mind you, but I was like, I didn't want to get stuck with that cheaper price, because of course people charge almost $350 now, and I think right now I'm right at $200. But it's really just, I knew that I was going to get better, but I was still taking my time and perfecting my craft every single sew-in. You're kind of going to learn to get better, but I wouldn't dare tell anyone, oh, I'm just getting started, to charge a cheaper price, because you're going to get stuck. People are going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to go to her because she's only charging $100. And when you go up, I'm like, nah, I don't know if I want to pay that. Because they were used to you being at the cheaper price. I say always charge what you're worth. Even though I didn't know how to braid, I knew I was going to I was gonna do it and I was gonna slay it, and I just did not stop. Like even now, I'm always wanting to perfect my craft because in the hair industry, it's always growing. It's always something new to learn. And now with the women, everybody want to wear their natural hair. I specialize in taking care of their hair. I still shampoo, condition, trim ends. I don't charge extra for that because you got to take care of their hair. Like, they might come in and be like, okay, I don't want to wear my hair anymore, but you've been snatching their hair out and not taking care of it and not maintaining it along the way. They're going to be like, what's wrong with my hair? It is my responsibility to always make sure their hair is on point. Like, that's my responsibility. And, you know, like to just address things. If I see something like, oh, girl, it's thinning here, we need to maybe switch your side part, or your middle part is too short, let's switch to the right side. And just, you have to, again, you have to be responsible because people will sue you about the hair, y'all. I've never gotten sued, thank God, but just communication and, again, just doing what's right. Even if they can't see it, because you really have to trust your hairstylist, that there is a bond of trust, you know what I'm saying, that you build with your clients. Like, they trust you, just sit down, do whatever, Amanda. Okay, you know?
So how do you find it?
Girl, that has been, when I first started, I had 2 clients. My friend Denise and my friend Jamie, and again, I just posted on Facebook every day. I would dedicate an hour where I would just post different tips about hair, and that's actually when I started doing research about virgin hair. My friends in Atlanta, they were wearing the virgin hair, and it really wasn't popular in Mississippi, so I started researching it and just posting like, y'all, I'm gonna be selling virgin hair, and found me a vendor. My first pack of hair that I ordered, y'all, I sold the hair in like an hour. And like at 22 years old, like having that amount of money, I was like, God, I'm rich, you know? So I just did it again and again. I told you, I messed up a lot of money because I was not disciplined yet. I was just spending and burning through money. I was like, I gotta figure this out because as fast as I was making it, I was spending it. I was like, you have to be a good steward of your money, especially working for yourself, because nobody's paying you. And during the summer when it's slower and my clients are getting braids and stuff, if I have not saved money during the winter months like football season, homecoming, New Year, when people get taxes and they're spending money, that's when I'm saving. I'm not buying, I'm not spending, because the summer I'm gonna be relaxing too. I'm gonna be vacationing because I saved during those months.
Did you have like any other jobs? Like even when you were doing, like did you have a side job?
No, I didn't.
So you were just strictly here?
Yeah, I really did. Now, I definitely would not recommend that, but if you really believe in yourself and you really willing to just do that work, go for it. Cause I did. I was just like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, it was weeks I made maybe $100, and weeks I would have made $1,000. But I'm so thankful for my mom. She was living at the time. I lived there with her at home. I didn't have a lot of financial responsibility. So I struggled. I really did. Like, I struggled because I didn't have clients. But when I started selling hair and doing those sew-ins, because I would only do the sew-ins if they purchased hair. Like, that really kind of got me, kind of got me going. It really, really did. And just through the years, again, I'm coming back to just treating people right, doing good right by people, and being kind. Even if I did mess their hair up, they came back because I was nice. Amanda's so sweet. She shampoo hair. Like, these days, people don't want to shampoo your hair. They want y'all to show up ready to go and still want to charge you $300, $250 for a sew-in and a wig install. Y'all know how it is. That's the younger generation. I still shampoo hair, and it is not an extra fee.
Do you dye hair?
Of course I do. I can color some hair now. That was one thing. Cuts and color, you definitely want to master that in school. You don't learn nothing. You have to learn that color wheel, and you have to learn those cuts. especially if you want to make money, because again, people want to wear their real hair. And I do all kinds. Hair is universal, kind of like math. You go anywhere in the world, and math is gonna be the same front, back, and hair is the same way. Even Miss Carter, I can do Miss Carter's hair. I can do y'all hair. It's universal. It's all the same.
What kind of classes would you recommend taking in high school to prepare you for cosmetology?
In high school, I graduated in 2004, and we really didn't have anything like that. I never went to CDC. I just kind of was doing hair at home, but now I think they have the CDC program where you can go for free now and skip that, because I think cosmetology, that course was maybe $24,000. But luckily, I was going to Jackson State, and I was in a program called the AmeriCorps program. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it. But at the end of the program, they give you money to pay for school. They thought I was going to go to Jackson State, but I was like, I'm going to use this and pay for cosmetology school. So it was kind of like a big deal back then, because nobody had done it before. But it was really the best decision that I ever did. Because up until that point, I really was just wasting time and just having student loans, trying to figure out what I really wanted to do.
Miss Amanda, when you got your license, is that a performance test? Is that a written
It
test?
is
that
a performance test, and it's written. You have to do just the basics, curls, roller set. You have to know how to cut, and you do like a mock procedure where you apply like relaxers, dyes. It wasn't very difficult, and they grade you in sanitation also. That's another thing, sanitation, because people have all different types of scalp issues. If you're not disinfecting, somebody might have ringworm, somebody may have lice. Like, there is a lot of things. And I tell anybody, when you're going to the salon, if you don't see any disinfectant on their station, that jar with that blue barbicide in it, run. You need to run. You need to run. That is very unsanitary. It's so different now, but I think that it's really your responsibility as a stylist. Again, nobody is policing you, telling you what to do, unless state board come in, and they're gonna be checking everything. They making the list and they're checking it twice, and those fines are pretty hefty, especially working without a license. Yeah, working without a license, that can be very expensive fine. They will fine the salon owner, and they're gonna fine you.
So at what point did you start really like focusing on your saving and stuff like that?
Ooh, girl, let's see. That's a good question too. Let's see. I started in 2010. Maybe probably about the 6th year. Because I was just having fun, making money, doing hair. I would work really long hours. And some days I would be at the salon to maybe like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Just, I know my son's at home with my mom. I would work all night, having all the clients in the salon. But I think maybe around about that 6th year, when I wanted a new car and I wanted to move out, I was like, I don't have any money to do all of these things. And I had to get really serious about my money, because my parents was like, girl, you working, you making money, like, where is your money? They didn't understand it, so I literally had to figure it out on my own. I really did.
So where were you when you knew that you needed a salon?
Again, my mom had a salon, so I had my family salon, and since then I've closed that salon. Because when my mom signed the salon over to me, it was good at first, I'm not gonna lie. However, working with a lot of women who are not like-minded, and I've always wanted more. Like, I've always been the type of person where I want more, I want growth, and it's like being around people who aren't motivated and who aren't on the same wavelength as you, that can be a little difficult. And I mean, as far as sanitation and cleaning up and showing up late, and I just kind of felt like there was a reflection of all of us. You know what I'm saying? So my decision to close my family salon was maybe about 6 years ago. And I moved downtown. I'm on the first floor of the Standard Life building. I've been there for about 6 years, me and my best friend. She doesn't do hair full time. She is a school teacher at Ridgeland, so I'm really there most of the time. And it's been great because, again, working with a lot of women, it can be a challenge. It can be a challenge, and I just think I realized that I work better alone. And I know everyone's dream is to have their own salon. That's a whole nother responsibility because you have your rent, you have your light bill, you have to have insurance, you have your water bill, you want internet for your clients, and you have to furnish it, so you have to take those expenses out. That's not even including what you making, because you have to have that anyway, and that's not including your bills at home. There's two separate things, so you really have to figure out if that's what you want to do. Starting out, I definitely, of course, again, that's everybody's dream to have their own salon. I'm not trying to say it's not all grand, but it definitely is a lot of financial responsibility. Like you gonna have to clean, you gonna have to sweep, you gonna have to dust. Like, it's just a lot. And I think starting out, I would recommend you definitely go rent a space and start there first. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of work your way up if you really want your own salon. But I definitely do miss being in a salon environment, just the chatting and being able to see other people work and just being in that environment. But I definitely don't miss the drama aspect. I don't miss the drama aspect. It is a lot easier when you have stylists in there, because then the salon kind of pays for itself, because of course you're charging booth rent, and it'll definitely pay for itself if you balance that out to make sure that it does. But starting out, rent a chair, because you can't guarantee that you're gonna be making $2,000 every month to cover your rent, your lights, your water, your cleaning fees and stuff like that. I had a lady clean the salon and it got too expensive. I'm gonna need you to wait for a minute. I'm gonna be back to you. I'm gonna clean it myself. You know what I'm saying? So you just kind of gonna have to figure it out. It is figuring it out and planning for yourself. Because again, nobody's gonna be telling you what to do. It's trial and error a lot of the times.
So what about the age groups? Like, is most of your clients like older or younger?
Oh, I have a big, I do all types of clients, young clients, older clients, doctors, lawyers, dancers. I think I attract all types of women. All types of women who just enjoy looking good, feeling good, because you become their therapist, you become their friend, and again, treating people with kindness. So I attract a lot of different women who just really value being treated well, no matter what they do, no matter what age. And yesterday, I think my oldest client may be like 80. Yeah. Miss Wanda, I went to her birthday party in New Orleans last year. Her kids had her party. And it's really, you building relationships that really become like your family, especially if you're treating them well. Like, y'all gonna be in love.
I do have to get them back to class.
Okay, yes.
Thank you so very
Yes,
much.
yes. Wait, I want to pass out my little handout.
Thank you.
If anybody wants to work during the summer, I'm actually gonna work on getting registered in clean. So if they want me like volunteer hours, I don't know if I have enough.
I can take pictures of them too.